guys so much for being here. I'm really excited about this topic because we kind of keep track of who comes into the group, the Profitable PR Pros group, and what the questions are that people, hi, hi Sharita, what questions people have when they jump in. And there's actually a lot of interest in knowing about breaking into PR, right? And I don't know how many of you kind of know my backstory, but I used to be an attorney. I was a civil litigator for 4 years and decided one day that that was not the career path that was the right fit for me. And I just decided I wanted to get into PR, start my own agency. I was like, well, let me figure this out. And hey guys, if I smile, it's because I see you. My team wants me to not stop in between to say hi to everyone, even though I'm like so excited everybody's on here. So if I like smile, you know that I see you, but I can't stop to say hi. So hi. Anyway, so I decided one day that I was just going to get into PR, and I kind of learned by doing. And, you know, along the way, it's been 15 years I've been running my agency. I've learned a thing or two. And I realize that there is a lot that could overwhelm you when you want to get into this, but I want to kind of help you think about some simple steps to help you break into PR, hone your skills, master your craft. I think that the approach that you take for learning PR that focuses on really solid fundamentals serves as a great foundation to build on, and then you layer on mastery. That's the approach that I took, and that's the approach that I teach, and that's what works really, really well. So we have kind of like 7 tips here. Number 1, you really have to think about where your passion lies. So I think that when you try to be a generalist, you end up serving nobody. If you, if you end up kind of developing an expertise, a niche, you niche down, what that allows you to do is create really good, solid contacts with the media so that you are going back to the same contacts again and again, and you build relationships. Again, solid fundamentals. That's a big, big foundation for what makes you successful in PR. And don't worry if you don't have contacts, because again, I told you I started out of thin air with no contacts and was able to create some. So there's that. Okay. Literally, Jack.
No, I'm getting tape.
Okay. So creating a niche where you're able to serve certain segments of customers, clients, allows you to build expertise, which gives you subject matter depth and expertise. And then over time allows you to charge more. We get into a lot of that in the Agency Accelerator because we want to give you a foundation for charging the most premium retainers and high-end, consistent, predictable, recurring retainer revenue. That's Agency Accelerator, right? But focusing on fundamentals and really understanding a certain niche allows you to develop like a deep expertise. And also you want to work in spaces that you really enjoy. Like go down a path in your career so that you can serve an audience, serve a type of customer, type of business that you really love, right? So that you're passionate about it and that passion comes through in your pitching. So the other thing that you can consider in your PR career. So let's say that's if you're doing your own freelance business, your own solopreneur agency, or starting to build a boutique agency or scaling your agency. You can work for multiple types of clients, but you can also decide you want to go in-house, right? And, decide that being in-house somewhere with that stability is a better fit for you, and you can still serve and be in a PR capacity working at a company. So think about, we're trying to talk general terms here for people looking to break into PR, but that's working at a company, having your own firm, or contributing at someone else's firm and just being the most effective PR professional possible. It really, really helps to have an expertise, and you don't have to just choose one. We have actually 3 niches in my business. We have baby and kids, beauty and cosmetics, and health and wellness. And we have billion-dollar clients in each of those niches. So, you can develop that expertise and become a sought-after expert. But we're not like all things to all people. We're not doing fashion. We're not doing tech. We're not doing, other areas that are just thinning out our expertise, right? You want to be the go-to for certain niches. The other thing you can do is develop your network, utilize your network. You're either going to use your network to land a job or to start pulling in client leads. Being the responsible go-to person, following up when you say you're going to, maintaining your reputation, developing your sort of pipeline for new business leads. The network will end up being the biggest driver, I would say, of new business leads for you and your agency is, just your professional reputation and working that network. And also in that sense, being really clear when you reach out, what it is you offer, like who you serve and how you serve them, which is why deep expertise and having a niche is really important, because then you can go to certain people and say, this is who I serve, this is how I can help them. So it's your topic niche and your expertise niche, right, that you're focusing on. I'm sorry, I'm like so distracted. My kids are over here. They're like building something with my packing tape for my press kits. Let me just give you a little. What's up? Anyway, we're just keeping it real here, guys. So the network, when we dive in the Agency Accelerator, the other program that I have, that network is the number one source of new business leads. It always is in my business. It's client referrals and referrals from people in my network. And now I don't know why I'm like so blown out. Let me see if I can get it to refocus. So think about your network, right? And this will also, if you decide you want to go the path, if you're starting out in PR and you just want to get a job, the network will be a great place for you to do that, because you can kind of overcome that hurdle of like, I don't have a ton of experience. Somebody in your network can vouch for you. Instead of having like these deep skills, they can vouch for your professionalism, your follow through, your connections that you're able to make. Sorry, like this is, guys, I know you are, but oh my God, feeling a little like distracted today. Anyway, okay, so you tap into your network and focus on your keeping your reputation solid, because no matter what, your reputation kind of follows you everywhere. And I have other lives on this topic as well. He's like literally like making a stool and he just is falling off of it. Okay. So maintain your network, guys. The other thing that is like a secret weapon for you is finding a mentor. Mentors are the X factor. This is a way for you to fast track your results because they've navigated through these waters and they are able to open doors for you in terms of shortcutting the process. Relationships, they can help you kind of open doors, be a mentor to you in helping you kind of fast track your results, letting you know what pitfalls to avoid, basically like, where are you feeling that you're missing some experience and how can you tap into a mentor to help you overcome those little hurdles that you have in, your lack of expertise or whatever. When I first started, I did have a mentor that I reached out to and kind of asked them, what resources are available for PR professionals. Like, I didn't even realize that there were databases with media contacts, or that certain things that I should say in pitches, and where to even find, the types of contacts that I would need to be successful, how to navigate like waters with pitching and knowing how to time things, having things be timely and relevant. Mentors can help you do that because they will guide you down a path where you have this like relationship where, it's a kind of mutually beneficial relationship, and they're, like you're serving them in some way, they're helping you and supporting you, but they help you to navigate these waters of like, what do you do and when. Let's see. Okay. So Another factor for breaking into PR, do your research. You really want to be this deep dive expert doing, industry specific topics, industry specific expertise that you are going to be the go-to and know all of the things that are happening. So if you decide you want to be in hospitality, you need to be the one that knows if there's a new restaurant coming to town, who's behind that restaurant, if there's a hotel that's coming, and whether something else is closing in your niche. So you can be able to kind of know and be like a mover and shaker and see what's happening in your basically, like when clients come to you, you want to be able to say to them, I'm dialed in, I know what's happening, I know how to position you among other types of businesses that are relevant to yours, because I have my finger on the pulse. Like, we are always kind of keeping up on new product releases in the baby and kids space, new innovations, companies that are coming out with really cool technologies that are being acknowledged by the media, and trying to see what makes them special and how we can fit our clients' products into that narrative. So it helps to be with your finger on the pulse of a certain industry, so that you can be this kind of expert. And then it's like you're talking the talk. When you get on the phone with clients, you're able to say to them, oh yeah, I understand your space really well because I follow what's happening. And then when you go to the media, thanks, Gianni. Oh my God, I've never been so frazzled right now on a Facebook Live. Honestly, guys, like, you're fine. It's okay. It's okay, sweetheart. Now he's sad. It's just like, anyway. So being able to be the kind of go-to expert, and that also goes back to being locked in your niche, because you can't know everything about everything. So how can you keep up with certain industries so you know exactly what's happening? You know what journalists that your clients need to be connected to. You've built relationships with those journalists. So it's all about doing your research and being able to really check into the, who are the movers and shakers in those industries, who are the journalists that are the gatekeepers, and how do you kind of endear yourselves to them and become a go-to resource. And then your clients have a foot in the door because you are a trusted source for those contacts, right? So it's about being a reliable, responsible, goes back to like protecting your reputation, doing what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. I felt bad. I hurt his feelings and he got up and left. But anyway, and one of the final things that is probably the most important thing is building your skills, right? So really focusing on those foundational things, like with PR pitching, it's the core approach, which is timeliness and relevance, getting what you need from your clients, letting them know when you don't have what you need, so that you are aligned with them on setting them up for success, and letting them know how they are going to be a key player in their own success, right? Like, clients have to be bought in. This is also why we know that when you charge more for your services, you get clients that are more invested in seeing you be successful. Ask anyone in the agency accelerator, and anyone who's ever pitched a business before, your lowest paying clients will be your biggest headache 100% of the time. I've been doing this 15 years. I can attest to the fact that is a fact, honestly. Like, every single time we've ever done a discount or made a concession and lowered our rate, those clients are less invested in their success. They're going to be all over you. The ones that pay more, they tend to leave you alone. But you need to kind of focus on that at the beginning of what you need to get from your clients, so that they are setting you up to be successful. And if you don't have what you need, you have to feel confident to go back to them and say, listen, this is what it's going to take for us to have great results in PR. We need these things from you, and then guide them through. That's like sort of the beginning. We teach this in the pitch lab. It's like the core of what you need. Then it's, building out a solid strategy so that you're aligned with your client's goals, and they are aligned with what efforts you're taking to help them achieve those goals. You guys are really understanding each other's purpose, and you're bought into it together. And then you have kind of a roadmap where you know what you're doing for them and when, who you're pitching, who you're reaching out to and what approach you're taking. And then you're able to pivot. So you're tracking results. And if things are you're not getting feedback, what do you do next? Who do you reach out to? What do you say to them? How do you follow up? Do you give up? Like, do you go to that same editor and try one more time and then just throw in the towel and say, that no, that's not it? Or do you kind of retool and revisit, take a different approach? How do you pivot for your clients if things are not going as expected? Or how do you lean into results that are working really well and do more of that? That's what happens a lot with our PR outreach, is testing different approaches and seeing what resonates and seeing what editors are clinging onto and getting really excited about. And if it's nothing, and if it's crickets, you can't go back to your client and say, well, no one's interested. You have to be, come with solutions and come back to them and say, we tried that and it didn't work the way we expected. And here's how we're going to reposition and go back and take another approach to make this work for you. So it's, again, coming with that expertise so that you can have solutions for your clients. So, then getting all the way to the point where you are, getting the editors what they need. They're biting on your pitch. They love what you're talking about. And you are coordinating that opportunity for your client and making sure, because a lot of people I've been asked, how do you, because you guys know there's a lot of back and forth and sometimes things fall through, and it seems to happen quite a bit for some PR professionals. So how do you make sure that things happen the way that you want them to? You get the right information to editors. You are, fact checking. Sometimes you don't get an opportunity to fact check. So you're getting them the most complete, accurate, current information possible so that they are writing the story based on the information that you want them to share with the public. So that has to be all completely established. That means your clients can't be changing prices all the time. We've had clients that do that too. And they're like, well, that ran and it's the wrong price. And it's like, well, that's what you told us the price was. And then you changed it. So little things that are aligned, and knowing that you're moving stories forward, you're getting editors and journalists the information they need. Maybe it's right now, one of the tactics we're doing that's working really well is digital virtual desk sides. So our client can't go to New York and meet with editors doing desk sides, but they want to do a demonstration and have something be a demonstrative meeting where they're showing how to use their product. So we're doing Zoom virtual desk sides, and our client is loving them, and the results have been really, really awesome. And it's seeing those through to completion and knowing that we have told the editors and told the client the purpose of the meeting, so it doesn't veer off course. So our client has their key talking points and know what they're trying to convey. Because if they start to, have like a conversation that goes off track, and then the editor forgets the point of the meeting, and it's just sort of like a meet and greet, that's not going to result in a feature. So then what do you do after that? You follow up and you get the confirmed results, right? So then you take those results and you leverage them and you get more exposure for your clients. It's like an entire process, from starting with the client, figuring out their objectives, making sure that they are setting you up for success, being the leader to them, guiding them in their strategy, pivoting if things aren't going well, knowing who to reach out, and timing things the right way, and showing something in a way that is really relevant to that publication. So it's timely and relevant. Those are the core fundamentals. And then layering your expertise on top of it. And this is exactly the approach that we take in our new membership program, the Pitch Lab, which is just a complete, absolute roadmap for solid PR skills, foundational skills in the core content, and then layering in masterclasses. And then something super, super cool that I want to show you, because I just got it. We are going to be releasing execution guides every single month, so that you can master timeliness and relevance with a guide that will help you know exactly what you need to be focused on and when. So I just got, if I can show you, let me see, the Pitch Lab. Oh, look, okay. So let me see. I don't want to give too much away, but and Natasha's in the Pitch Lab, so you'll get to see, you are getting this tomorrow, the execution guide, We have weekly planning. We have, I don't want to give too much away. We've got all the themes. We've got holidays. There's a holiday calendar, short lead pitch angles. I'm so excited. Long lead pitch angles, certain things to focus on, long lead approaches, planning ahead. You know, I don't want to like give too much away there, but it's so rad. And the ideas, the meat in here, you're going to be able to see where you can fit your clients into this and know exactly what you're focusing on and when. Yay. I love you too, Natasha. And Jennifer's in it. You guys are all in the pitch lab. So that's one piece of it, is what do you do and when? And I appreciate you guys sticking around. This was like the choppiest Facebook Live I've ever had because my kids are over here distracting and like they know I'm going live and I'm going to have a talking to with them. But yay, Natasha, it's so good. Like it is so good. Like not only does it look beautiful, but the content is really, really juicy. And you'll be able to look at it and time things the right way and focus on short lead things and you know, kind of plan ahead for long lead. So you know exactly at the beginning of May, week by week, what you need to be focusing on and when and what themes are relevant for you and your clients. And then you'll get a new, yay, Sharita's in there too. You guys are all in the pitch lab, which is so awesome. Natasha's in it and she's saying worth every penny, and like it's not even built out yet. Just wait. It's going to knock your socks off. This thing I just showed you is one aspect of it. This is your monthly execution guide. When you get in there, there's going to be core content modules, which will serve as the solid foundation for how you pitch your clients. It is like PR, just absolute fundamental perfection. So you know exactly what to be doing, what you need to get from clients, how to be successful, how to set yourself up for success, how to make connections with journalists, what you need to be focused on and when. And then we will be releasing master classes. So if you're really struggling to get clients on TV, we will have local and national approaches for pitching TV. I've had clients on Ellen. I had one episode of Ellen where this was one of my days, guys. 5 years into my career, like I said, I figured this all out as I went along, but I always had a little bit of imposter syndrome because I'm an attorney. I was like, why would anyone hire a lawyer to be their publicist, right? One day, 5 years into my career, I had one of my clients in New York making their Today Show debut, and I had two clients in LA. We were on set at Ellen in May watching their Mother's Day episode get filmed, and we're in the green room watching them film, and I thought to myself, you know, I'm actually not half bad at this, right? Like I'm not half bad at this. Anyway, so it's that approach, local, national TV. How do you position your clients for these shows? What do you do? How do you build them up so that they're telegenic and they can carry a segment? You know, anyway, that was one of the days. So like, we're not just teaching in theory, like we talk the talk, we walk the walk because we've done it before for our clients. I'll explain to you like how things have changed and what is actually viable and realistic. So you can come into the pitch lab and there's no contract. Leave anytime. That's fine. There's like literally no risk. Come in, poke around. If it's not for you, then go. But you will get so much value, and this will be your community. This is going to be your community of people that will make you better. We are also going to be sharing winning pitches. Okay, so once this program gets going and people are checked into the approach, we will be sharing pitches that get the yes. So we'll show you, if we can, the feature that resulted and then what pitch was sent that resulted in that feature. So we're pulling some together from my own agency so we can show you like approach that we took that landed in results, but then we're going to feature you guys. Okay. So there is an incentive to stay in this program. And then, you know, after you're in for a year, we're going to send you gifts and hook you up. Like we just want to take really, really good care of you guys. And nothing like this exists. It certainly did not exist when I got my start. And I just think about how fast we would have gotten results and how much we would have fast-tracked our conversions for clients and built great relationships and been the best possible expert for our clients. Part of what we teach is how you get your business set up in a way where clients come to you. Like, I don't know, in Profitable PR Pros, if you have seen Brianna, who's an agency accelerator, just posted today. She just had a second, like, amazing call with a client lead when you set your business up the right way, this is how we get our clients. They come to us. There's no like, what do I do? I'm scrambling. I'm in trouble. It's like, you know how to generate new business in your company. And that's how we get our leads. And so much of that comes from these solid fundamentals that we're able to leverage and get amazing results, and then be able to turn those results into bigger clients, bigger retainers, all of that good stuff. But it really starts with the fundamentals. How are you learning how to pitch? How are you converting and getting results for your clients so that they stick around? That's the whole point. It's like, I don't want you on the hamster wheel of trying to bring in new business all the time. Yeah. Hi, Nisha. Anyway, this was a shit show. I'm so sorry, but don't let that detract from what we're able to teach you inside this amazing membership. And it's a community. There's coaching. There's, we can help you with accountability so that you know what you're doing and when, and we do that through our monthly execution guide. So you know exactly what to focus on and we're spinning your wheels. And then core content in there that gives you all of the fundamentals. It's like a complete soup to nuts on how to do PR. And I will say, like, even if you are a pro and you've been doing this for a decade, thanks, Jane. Even if you've been doing this for a decade, there is still something that you will learn inside. Yay. Oh, awesome. So here's Nisha. Brianna gave me great feedback too, helped me make my decision to join the Pitch Lab and Agency Accelerator on the horizon. That is the success path that we are able to offer you. Come in the Pitch Lab, hone your skills, get great results for your clients, and then learn how to grow your business in the Agency Accelerator. You guys are the best. Yeah, thank you so much. God, it's been really hard to be a business owner and launch this new product and have my kids home and homeschool, which honestly I am not great at and I don't love. And thank God their teachers are so amazing. But it's been an interesting time. And honestly, like, we fast tracked completing this program and offering it to you guys because we saw the need, and we saw that so many of you are looking. I just got an email today from somebody who said that they lost their day job and they're looking to refine their skills so that they can take control of her professional path, right? That's why I do this, like, so you can be a mom and have Thank you. She says, I haven't even read the info, but some reason I trust you 100% and I'm about to sign. Literally, you can't get any more like real and like unpolished as this live was right now. Honestly, like, yeah, anyway. Oh my God. And Sharita, I want to have kids one day and you show us it's possible to be successful and have a family. Yeah, Sharita, that is why I do this. Honestly, like, I saw on the horizon as an attorney that there would be no path for me to have a successful career and have the amount of time I wanted to have with my kids, have the flexibility, have the freedom. That's why I started my own business, because I wanted to be in control of my time. And my definition of success back then pivoted from like, I'm a lawyer, that's prestigious and I make a ton of money, to I'm in charge of my time and I'm in charge of how much money I get to make, because it's all coming to me. It's all based on me and building my business and all of that. So once I realized that I had this model and framework for creating this business that was so flexible with, having kids. Dave says, I love this message. I also got out of law. Yay. Oh, good. Yay. Thanks so much for being here. But anyway, this is a framework for having that flexibility. And now we're able to, like I said, work with $1 billion clients that have really good, nice, juicy budgets. They know we work from home. And that's what I teach inside the Agency Accelerators. This is what you get in the Pitch Lab. You get the professionalism and the realness. We're serving up hot mess realness over here. That's fine. but I promise you the content in the program is world class. I promise you. And we're going to help you master your career in PR. And it starts in this pitch lab. And our May execution guide is released tomorrow. And I just gave you like a little sneak peek of it. It's so good. Yeah. We'll have to talk about that. Yeah, it's a circus. I totally get it. And you have 3. I can't even imagine. And if you ever have any questions about that, my son's 10 and we've navigated the whole IEP process and special ed and therapy and OT. Thanks, Jennifer. Let me know. I'm here for you guys to just, whatever I can do to support you. But yeah. So your success path, let me just kind of explain, because last week somebody asked what's the difference between the agency accelerator and the pitch lab. The pitch lab is your fundamentals on the service you're providing. Like, how do you be the best? How do you become the best possible PR professional, the best pitching skills, know exactly how to master timing and relevance, know everything you need to know about mastery in pitching, every single kind of thing you'd want to approach, from working with influencers, working, celebrity seeding. Oh, hold on. Are you here? Hi, I'm on Facebook Live. Oh my God, hi. Oh my God, literally I have not seen. What are you bringing me? Oh my God, this is the craziest Facebook Live ever. My best friend is here. I haven't seen her in 6 weeks, and she just brought me donuts. Oh my God, thank you so much. Oh my God, they're like donut delivery. And my husband's on a podcast. This is a disaster, guys. I swear to God, it's not always like this. But what's going on? Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. Join the pitch lab.